Vsauce, kitty here. Eggs, they're good. But how many is that? 88,000 million. Square inches is a lot, but how much is a lot? A 32nd of a pound. 30 seconds, half a minute. But what happens when you halve a minute? If each minute was halved each day, there would be 30 less minutes in an hour. That doesn't sound right, but you know what does? That's the noise a cockatoo makes when moshing. But where is the mosh pit? San Jose, California, great technical death metal from Finland. Where do the anime live? Well, believe it or not, in the tiny saucepans living in your eyes. Good news, they're homeopathic. But where is my home? Is it among the stars? 36 billion light years? You can thank me later. When is later? Is it now? Now. Now. Now, like right now. When is that? When is now? I'm telling you right now, it is now. When is now? When? Winning. Winnings. Lottery winnings are taxed like income, so you better have some offshore bank accounts ready, just in case. In case. Cases are objects within you store objects, objectively speaking. But how do we speak? What are objectives? What are our objectives when we speak? How do we object to speech if speaking objects such as humans only objected speech when spoke? Bespoke. A lively man lives in a forest, but nobody's around to hear. Songs sung with no audience except the audience of the self. Selfless. Le vrai self, literally translated, the real self. What is our real selfie? Selfies are centered around the self, unless there's something else in the shot that your camera autofocuses on. Autofocus. Your eyes automatically focus. But can they focus manually? Yes, they can. Canon lenses. Canon lenses. Placed firmly within the barrel of the cannon in 1972, the bankruptcy of the author was exposed when it became apparent that they could only be fired once before permanently shattering. Vsauce, cat here. Vsauce, cat here? Vsauce. Vsauce, cat here. Cat. Vsauce. Vsauce, cat here. Cat here. Vsauce, cat here. Vsauce, cat here, Vsauce. Cat ear. Cat ears, also AKA'd or acted as Neko Mimi, and the Neko is me. Memes, the DNA of the soul. They shape our will, they are the culture, they are everything we pass on. Expose someone to anger long enough, they will learn to hate. They become a carrier. Airship carriers are the number one cause of envy, greed, despair, all memes, all passed along. You're always going to have restraints based on what culture you're born into. The concept of memes was first proposed by Richard Dawkins in a book called The Selfish Gene. Even if the actions of a living thing appear to be altruistic, each of its genes is still engaging in selfish behavior, purely as a matter of survival. Of course, none of that is true. But what is truth? Vsauce, cat here, once wrote that truth is the evidence of absolution in knowledge. It's the quintessential cat and mouse of the universe. Or put more simply, truth is the transgressive act of rebellion against the state. What truth would exist without it? None other than the truth of death. VCat, sauce here. I'm gay. Every fifth element in the periodic table is larger than the last four. There's a sale of Cheetos at Walmart on the 5th of March. But which year, damn it? Which fucking year? Cat here. The rainbow isn't made out of colors, it's made out of collared greens, in a manner of speaking. And that's something you can earring, or eat and really idolize now, guys, such as bacon. Cat. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Plus 6 equals 12. Plus 6 equals 12-teen? It's more likely than you think. What do you think, and how likely is that? There are 17 billion thoughts in 5 people every once in a while. 8 of them are that. Every year, there's a large file in which bologna is placed on a balcony. 32%. Mainichi asakara chūchū suru koto ga dekiru tsumori tara omotte ii desu ka? To put simply, yes. Otherwise no, but indeed yes. I've got pants in my pocket and I'm not afraid to use it. Every Three's Company deserves a 4th wheel. My mother called me the other day on the phone and we talked. Pain comes unsparingly, often suddenly, but never ever leather. Leather pain is a train walking across an empty field of sunshine in my ass. Ass. Donkeys are also called ass. I assess that to be funny, or to put literally, I donkey that to be funny. What kind of verb is that? The kind that is funny. Funny. Humor is subjective, but is it truth? Let's check. Truth is the baseline in the ground. Firm kicks of sharp specks reaching shallower than expected but deeper than preferred. Nobody likes cauliflower, they just don't. The people that think they like cauliflower are lying. Vsauce, Kitty Cat Snack Attack here. Vsauce the Cat Tano here. Ape Escape is a video game franchise that you can play if you want to. I was not with them. What's not going to why we out here? How some Indeed, without but don't just take my word for it. Every other feeling queerly spoken from my blank heart eats away at the soul of Dango. Dango, Daikazoku. Pink-eared rabbits are less rabbit than dead ones, and that's just something I thought up. Felt like sharing it. It's like my thoughts are being transmitted by the background music. The cat on screen isn't even a representation of me, but rather my own representation that I'm using of someone else's representation of an anthropomorphization of a representation of a cat. Ce n'est pas un French. France is a language in Middle England, Albany. Flack is a district of Martitis, situated in the east of the island. It is the largest district, having an area of 297.9 kilometers squared. The population estimate was at 138,460 as at 31 December 2015. Places of interest, this section needs expansion. You can help by adding to it July 2012. Addition, the summation of the numbers. Of the soul? Yes. No? No. Yes. And in case you didn't hear me the first time, Vsauce here. Katnya here. I was born on a hill. My mother was a cat, but my father was a cat girl. Yellow is my favorite color, but I was born to live a life a slave. In this world, cat girls are treated like property, even though we, for all intensive purposes, have the same intelligence as a human, generally speaking. Sure, we have stereotypical cat urges, but otherwise we're genuinely just people. But we live as second-class citizens and are bought and sold in pet shops. The life we live is not dignified. It saddens me to have to express these to you, these facts, but I have to get my word out somewhere. As a cat, I like calm. I listen to Vsauce to get to sleep. I don't really understand what he's talking about most of the time, being an uneducated cat, but I've watched enough to memorize the general cadence and ideas behind it. Nya, nya 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 nya, nya nya, nya nya nya, nya, nya nya nya, nya nya nya, nya nya here. Vsauce, nya here. And I noticed that Vnyas is quite popular, so I thought this would be the best way to get my story out. Honestly, my life isn't painful, but I'm a lucky cat. Not all cats have masters that are as generous as mine. I even have a job. The job gives my life clarity and satisfaction on a deep visceral level, but the job is not one that I chose. It is not my passion. It merely gives me something to do that is satisfying in the general sense. Just because work itself satisfies me, but it's not my dream. I dream of becoming a new metal wavecore band, which is a fusion of new metal, new wave, and hardcore punk, splash neoclassical, and salt on some bossa nova. Every other song has a chiptune segment, but they are actually 8-bit, but sung in a Zool style, the only good genre. I have a cuckoldry fetish, which is weird for a cat girl, probably. Probably? Not sure. Animal Forest, or Dobutsu no Mori, is the first game in the Animal Crossing franchise. It is for the Nintendo 64. It then got ported to the GameCube as Dobutsu no Mori Plus. Then it got ported to the West as Animal Crossing. Then it got ported back to Japan as Dobutsu no Mori E Plus because every further version of the same game had more and more features and items. One such, the NES, or Famicom games. You can actually find fully functioning NES games inside Animal Crossing and play them, thus making Animal Crossing and Dobutsu no Mori E Plus the only valid forms of Animal Crossing, as they are literally the most valuable. Or not, because you can just ignore the Animal Crossing framing and emulate them on a computer, but isn't it just so satisfying to fire them up within another game? It's meta gameplay. And you can plug in your Game Boy Advance and send those Famicom games to your Game Boy to play them on the go. Wow! The current world record for Animal Crossing 100% is 22 hours, 49 minutes, and 58 seconds. If you masturbated for that long, it would probably start hurting. Or would it? Only time can tell. Time is XKCD comic 1190, and it's a pretty good one. As of February 24th, 2018, 5:41 a.m. EST, the forum thread for Time on the XKCD forums has 105,399 posts, which is probably the most posts any thread has ever had on any forum, maybe dunno, I didn't check. Vsauce. Saucecat, here I am. I am the Saucecat. I have been spoke about through legends. Myths have been spoke about me, and also prophecies were spoke. So much were spoke. I have spokes in my feet. I'm dying of blood loss through my veins. It hurts. I am dying. I am a cat here, just like hanging out. Sup, and always, thanks for watching. And as always, thanks for watching. And as always, Vsauce here, cat for watching. Thank you. And lastly, please support me on Patreon to help make my wallet thick, or as the kids say, this. Now, I'm gonna throw it to Adam Savage. This just in, I cannot throw it to Adam Savage. Adam Savage is dead. I have killed Adam Savage. Link in description.